Hi there, my name is Kelly Doody. I'm the founder of Social School, and I'm thrilled that you have made your way to this exact place. Chances are that you are like many of our students and clients, and ourselves included, that feel like SEO is this mystery and this thing that has to be run by experts or outsourced to some kind of developer, coder, or search engine optimization wizard. And in fact, the opposite could not be more true. Search engine optimization is an area of digital marketing that is so integral to our overall marketing mix, and it can no longer be ignored. And the great news is that over the years, it has become that much more user-friendly because of the way that search indexes and search engines have changed to be much more like humans than they once were, which was quite a bit like a bot. And so we could get away with having bots and crawlers and gurus program our SEO for us. But now we can take matters into our own hands. And this course does exactly that. It teaches you only what you need to know and the ways you can make the biggest inroads in your search rankings, no matter how big or small your organization is, and how established your website may be or maybe not. We're going to show you what it is that we love so much about this course and why this can make such an impact on your digital marketing program immediately. So for anyone who is looking for increased web traffic, more relevancy with their site, more authority with Google, and simply more leads and sales, this is the place to be. We have built this course for the exact reasons that we felt we needed the training ourselves, to dismantle the myth that SEO was overly complicated and unattainable for the modern marketer or average business owner. So we go through the foundations. We definitely lay the groundwork and get the record straight. What is search engine optimization and what does it do? What is our goal? What does it mean to build a site for a user and real humans and not a spider or a bot or a crawler? And at the end of the day, what is the overall goal? And no, it is not just to rank number one, although that's great, to show up on page one, place number one, but it's to truly generate leads and sales, to get people to our hard-earned and strategically built website where we can convert them into prospects, customers, repeat buyers. So we have 8 search ranking factors to show you, and they are all very easily understood and activated, which is the most important thing. At everyone and every level of our social school courses and programs, we teach things that are executable, actionable, and truly implementable in your business, not just textbook learnings. No, thank you. So we talk about search and how it's changed and how mobile versus desktop versus voice search have all impacted the way we show up and the way that we need to adjust our SEO strategy or just our content and website pages as a whole. So we talk about SERPs because we have to first understand what that magical search engine results page is and our place on it. How are we showing up? Are we ranking for just paid results if we're running ad campaigns, or have we reached the holy grail of organic search ranking, which is amazing because now we don't have to pay for those leads and placements. We've done our job on the back end with fantastic content and keywords and just some small little tweaks to our pages and imagery that allow us to finally rank organically. We talk about the science behind it because we need to understand what goes into a search engine index and the site map that it reads off of us. We talk about how we can influence this through Google Search Console, the free tool that's a lot like Google Analytics, where if Analytics is showing us how people are interacting with our site and what behaviors they're taking on our site, which is so important, Google Search Console is showing us how it's technically functioning. But back to the course, search intent. We talk about informational intent, navigational, transactional, all of the different things for us to keep in mind, including the search funnel. Where are they finding you in their search journey? Everywhere or just at the very top in the cold leads section when they're doing some homework and research? Or are you showing up at the bottom when they're ready to convert? Both are great, but we need to be available and present at every stage of the game. We go into on and off page ranking factors and the link building strategies we need to consider in order to build our domain authority, that clout that Google gives us when others are listing or publishing our URL, our website, whether those are influencers, partners, bloggers, suppliers, or, just general content on the internet. We talk about the things that we need to do and that we are in charge of on our page, off our page, and then the things that have been maybe shadier tactics of the past that no longer work, which is good news for us because none of us are putting on our black hats and doing shady things. We're just building great content with those small tweaks I talked about. We're talking about external linking strategies such as blogging and media outreach to get that high profile and high domain authority popularity contest kind of ticked off where somebody is listing you and you're benefiting as a result. And then that ongoing equity that we want to continue building with a link building strategy that makes sense. So all sorts of conversations around who our people are, what they want to hear from us, and how we go about finding those same search queries in order to incorporate those words as keywords and page titles, tags, and descriptions all throughout our website and our content. We can find this through Google Analytics, but we can also find it through some very cool third-party tools, which we're going to look at. And knowing, of course, where those searches are coming from is so important. But things like Moz or Answer the Public, learning all these fantastic keywords, long tail and short tail statements or words that we can start to utilize as blog titles, content pieces, again, page titles and information, and just knowing on the whole what the lay of the land is. So we don't need to be coding experts here. We don't even need to know HTML or the language of the internet, but we have to understand the basics of what our site looks like to Google or another search engine. And then how we can, again, slightly change those and make massive inroads when someone is searching for exactly what we have to offer. So we do go into the science of it in terms of those very important keywords and how they are the backbone of our site, but how to first research the right ones before implementing them in. And further to the Google formula, a look at Google My Business. If you've seen our Google My Business course, you know how much we believe in it as the #1 tool for local SEO. So if we're talking about search engine optimization from a global standpoint of getting seen across the internet, GMB, your Google My Business page, is the #1 tool for being found in your locality, for people doing those near me searches or that are, only looking in their geographical region for exactly what you have to offer. And it is so dead easy. I love GMB because it's like a social platform that you only have to feed one time or once a quarter or maybe one update a week. But once you've built it and you've put all the right ingredients in or page information, it's there to stay and Google's going to massively reward you for it. It helps with your overall SEO strategy. As it relates to metrics and benchmarking our progress, we're going to look at just the metrics you need to measure. And it's going to depend on where you are in the maturity of your SEO program or your marketing goals as a whole. But let's at least establish a few goals so that you know what to track and whether your SEO efforts are paying off. And don't believe anyone when they tell you that they're going to charge you an arm and a leg every month to handle your SEO, but you're not going to see results for 6 months to 12 years. It's going to take some time. It doesn't have to. It really doesn't. You can see changes by tomorrow in your ranking, overall look and feel, and then your results as you build just simple things along the way. So a further look at Google Search Console, a discussion about conversion psychology and what actually people need to read and hear from you, not just on your website, but in those little SEO tags and meta descriptions on a page that can make or break a click. And then finally, just those optimal steps that we need to take and slowly work towards. We'll build a roadmap. You'll have sort of a understanding of what's the most highest priority for you and then what you can continue to add on along the way. So at the end of the day, this course is about building conversions, and whether that's subscriptions for you or members or sales or phone calls and appointments booked, it doesn't matter. Your website has its own goals, and by ranking on Google and other search engines and being seen, we managed to get people to our website in order to start that conversion process and see massive reach and return in our business, which is awesome. So I hope to see you in the course. I'd love to work with you through your SEO strategy. You can do this. I promise you. It is one of those really fun subjects to be able to speak to after years of being certain that it's not for you or that it's something that can't be touched by your business. You have the keys and the power to drastically change your search rankings, and I promise you it's going to benefit you for years to come. because this is something that is time online and established businesses have the benefit of showing up higher. Well, guess what? You can outrank quickly just by taking the right steps that most people haven't. I hope to see you in the course. All the best.